Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about pretty privilege, and I'm going to be taking some different angles in today's video. Normally, whenever we're thinking about pretty privilege, what happens is that majority of the folks think that this is only a good thing. And for a long time, I used to be one of the majority. I thought, if you're a good-looking person, then of course it's going to be a good thing. How can your life possibly be bad in any way? I thought this for a long time until one day I discovered this Reddit thread. And I believe the title was something like AMA, Ask Me Anything, I Am a Supermodel. And this lady was over here talking about a day in her life. And it sounded like a nightmare. She was talking about how she couldn't walk anywhere without getting flirted with. And it's not like she was always wearing revealing clothes. A lot of the times she was covered up, but still someone was hitting on her. It's fine when it was in the morning, but late at night, when she's walking from one point to another point, and she sees someone just coming, and she already knows what this guy is trying to do, right? He's trying to flirt, and now she has to think, okay, well, I have to reject him, but I don't want to reject him in a very mean sort of way where this guy could be unhinged. He may beat me up. It is late at night. There's no one here. So that's one of the frustrations she was talking about in this thread. She also talked about how she never knew if her guy friends or co-workers, whatever, were really there for her or whether they just wanted something else. And that happened to her a couple of times where she was hanging out with certain people that she knew since childhood. They were guys. And later on, you could tell that they had other desires in mind on why they were hanging out with her. They wanted to hook up. And another problem was that a lot of people thought just because she was pretty, that she was dumb. She was very smart, according to her, by the way, and she was accomplished. But most of the folks were like, whoa, I can't believe that you're smart. Now, I actually thought you were going to be a lot different. She's like, well, what's that supposed to mean? They're like, well, yeah, I mean, you're pretty. So we thought that's how you went through life. You just skated through life. So as I'm reading this thread, I'm starting to understand that, okay, there are good parts of being pretty. I'm sure she got a lot of opportunities. She was invited to a lot of things. And she didn't have to chase men too much. They came to her. That was a good thing. But the bad thing was that it just opened up a whole bunch of confusion. You never knew whether you were going to be safe. You never knew if someone was your friend. And you never knew if someone was going to actually respect you or if they were going to blame all of your success on your looks. So that's when I learned that pretty privilege is when you get different opportunities for your looks, but simultaneously, you get a lot of bad stuff happening as well. And men and women go through pretty privilege in a different sort of way. Where with women, a lot of pretty privilege is based around attraction, where with men, a lot of pretty privilege, or you could even say handsome privilege, is built around competence. So with women, if they're really gorgeous, then pretty much wherever they go, they're going to get more desire from the opposite sex. And this can lead to more opportunities. Let's say she doesn't have to wait in line in clubs. A lot of time is being saved. Where with men, if they're very good looking, for some reason, it's easier to trust them faster. I actually know this one guy. He's one of my really good friends. He's Bengali. He lives up north. And he's one of these guys that is highly competent. He was the best student within my undergrad class. Smart, diligent, ambitious, and much more. But what happens with this guy is that whenever he's about to meet his girlfriend's parents, they look at him and they're like, something about him is off. And I could tell what's off. It's his looks. He's very short. His hair is somewhat disheveled. He tries to comb it, but he has some cowlicks that still makes it look disheveled. He doesn't have a pleasant face. Despite him being a very I would say, smart, intelligent guy, he's just not viewed as competent, where someone else can be 6 foot, have a good face, just dress okay. He doesn't dress that good, but since he has a good body, the clothes just look right on him. Parents will look at this guy and be like, I don't know what it's about him, but he seems smart. So with men, pretty privilege is based more so around competence. And this comes with the bad too. Because if someone just hands you over their keys because they think you're competent just due to your looks, which is happening subconsciously, and you're not competent, they're going to judge you in a very harsh way. A harsh way that they wouldn't have done with this guy that's not as good looking, that pleasantly surprised them. So with the good comes the bad. If you are a good looking person, then bravo, you're one of the rare few folks that are good looking. But understand that pretty privilege is not always a good thing. And if you, listening to this, you're an ugly individual and you're like, man, look at all my handsome and pretty friends, they get everything. Not all the time. A lot of their success is marginalized. A lot of them are treated very harshly, and a lot of them don't even feel safe at night. That is pretty privilege. If you enjoyed today's talk, go on and drop that like for me right on below and hit that subscribe button so you stay updated with the latest videos. Once you hit subscribe, do not forget to hit the bell notification as well. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I'll catch you next time.